Welcome back to another episode of Stuck in My Mind podcast. I'm your host, WIZE, and I'm excited for my next guest. He's an author, a coach, a speaker. So let's get him on the show right quick. Rahul Sharma. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, thank you for being a guest, man. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me here. I'm excited for the next 30, 40 minutes, man.
All right. So, can you share a little bit about your background and how it has shaped your passion for empowering individuals to excel?
So, as you mentioned, I'm a author and leadership coach, and I have a 20 years of experience in learning and development in corporate America. And one of the things, as goes by your podcast, stuck in my mind was a quotation from my father when I was growing up, which is, "Where there is a will, there is a way." And that quotation really has shaped my life to where I am today. Uh, the willpower, the commitment to do things have come in with that one quotation. And I've been living that day in, day out in my life. And that is what I coach to people, that it is, I'm just a facilitator. I'm not doing anything for them. They only have to do it. I'm just a guide. I'm trying to get answers from them and allowing them to be at their best. So that is how I coach and bring excellence in people by making sure that they know true about themselves and motivate them, coach them, guide them to be the best version of themselves.
So, what inspired you to become an author and share your insights on the processes of writing your books?
So my inspiration was my leadership or my speaking coach, Dr. Delatorro Mcneal. Back in 2022, I was in his inner circle group. And in my first session, he gave us an assignment to jot down whatever we have in our mind in a journal. This book is nothing but the transformation of that journal. And the thought process of choosing the topic, thought process of writing the book was based on my experience dealing with entry level graduates whom we hire with a lot of hopes, a lot of aspiration. But I see that within 3 to 6 months, either they quit on us or we quit on them, and they were unable to unleash their true potential. And so these habits that I have written in my book is testament to some folks who are actually studying or who are entering into the corporate world and design their life their way, be a successful entrepreneur or a corporate employee.
What do you see are some of the problems that your students are having? What are the key problems that you see a lot of them are having? Like what are they stuck in, and what keys are you showing them to get out of that? Right.
Sure. So the two major challenge I see, one, they are unsure of what future holds for them. They are not aware about themselves. They don't know about their strengths, areas of improvement. So they get stuck there. The second thing I see, they do not do a follow through of the action that they need to take to be the better version of themselves. uh, they don't work internally. They focus more on the external aspect, which is either their professor, their manager, their family members. They're holding them responsible for their growth, for their success. And one of the things that I teach them is there is no one else except you who is responsible for your growth. So you have to buckle up. You have to take action, or that to consistent action, to design your life your way.
No, yeah, yeah, that's really good. Can you provide an example of a mind shift that has made a significant difference in someone's career? Like, uh,
Yes. So I will share about an experience about a team member. When we hired him, he was someone who was uh, very much, very energetic, full of life, but he was not very serious about the career. He just joined us just to see, just to check out us. And in the initial week, I was talking to a senior colleague of mine, and we were discussing that we don't think this individual will last long. He's just here for checking us out. And long story short, this individual is still working with our organization for over 15 years. And what transpired him, or what changed, was the belief that the leaders had on him. He himself was not believing that he could do it, but his leaders, I was working very closely with him, believed that he can do wonders for himself and his family. And one episode of his life really changed, which was the performance. So he became a performer. And when he became a performer, he got that self confidence and that belief that he can do good. And that mindset of having a casual approach to more serious approach to more focused approach started happening. And that is one of the reasons why, he did great, and he's still working with us.
that's awesome. 15 years. Wow. Um.
Hmm.
So, what are things you do personally? What are things as a coach? What do you do personally to prepare yourself? Like, what are you? I know, I because every coach has a coach and mentor and everything. So,
Hmm.
what are the things you do to inspire you to keep you focused and to keep you grounded?
That's a great question. That's a great question. One of the things that I do is a mind talk. Mind talk, that do positive mind talk. And I do it twice in a day. One when I'm going to bed. Those positive thoughts, those positive talk remain subconsciously in my mind throughout the night. And when I get up first thing in the morning, I take those talks again. So positive mind talk is nothing but saying affirmative things to yourself, to what you believe in and to what you want to do. And that has been working great for me as well as my family. My kids are also into it. My kids are just 9 and 11, and then they have learned from me, and then they practice mind talk. So that is one aspect that that makes me going. And the another thing I would say is the pride and the happiness that I get when I'm able to help someone, when I'm able to support someone, and when they see the success, when they come and tell me that what great things they have done, that is the sense of pride that I have. That is what I aspire to be, where I can guide people based on my experience, my learning. I can share the mistakes that I did when I grew up, so that they don't have to learn hard way. And so those are the two things: mind talk, as well as the happiness that I get when I see someone clearing their obstacle and living their life their way.
Oh, I agree with you on definitely on the the self talk and the mind talk, where a lot of people say bad things to themselves. They really talk bad to themselves, and they don't realize that their words have an impact on them. It really does. It has a impact on their subconscious. Where if you're telling yourself, "Oh, I suck. I'm a horrible person. I'm no good," then
Mhm.
things are not going to happen for you. You're bringing negative aspects and you're bringing a bunch of negativity towards you, where you really do need to really cheer yourself on, and you need to enjoy those moments where you gain a little. One thing I've learned that I didn't at first was celebrate the little things.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy those little
Absolutely.
moments because those prepare you for the bigger moments. So being able to celebrate those moments and share those moments on, it's been it's taught me a lot. It's really shown me that, hey, because when you celebrate the small things, the big things just seem normal. And so
Absolutely.
it's great to celebrate yourself and take your time and reflect and just talk to yourself. Say some beautiful things to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm stupid," or "I'm this," sit down and reflect and say, "Listen, I'm a wonderful person. I do just speak so highly of yourself." Because imagine other people aren't really saying it to you, so someone might as well say it to you.
Mhm. Absolutely, absolutely. And I will tell you, one of the reader of my book, he was sharing his experience. And where I'm going at is that the mind talk and the other stuff, sometimes it does not happen just by that. We have to take conscious effort
Yeah.
to make that happen because we are not used to.
Hmm.
And this individual told me that one of the problem that I find in myself is I was always running late for my meetings, dropping kids to school, dropping or taking my kids to doctor's appointment or whatever those case may be. And he decided that he wants to be on time, and he subconsciously and consciously worked on his mind, and by doing the positive mind talk, that if I have a 4 o'clock appointment, he used to say that I need to be here by 3:55. And when he used to say this early in the morning, or no, multiple times, then he was able to plan his day accordingly. And it's been over a month. He was telling me that I'm being on time for my appointments, and I'm very happy about it. So sometimes this positive talk really become as a booster to you and the booster to the people around you.
Oh yeah, no, I've um I had been doubting myself. I had some doubts creep into myself. So I challenged myself to do 30 podcasting tips in 30 days. So I was going to do a reel every day for 30 days. I'm 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 about to record day 18 right now, right after this interview, and release it. And
Mhm.
it's but it was me because I knew I had to be more consistent on producing on social media and putting content out on social media. So this was my way of challenging myself that for 30 days I'm going to give these 30 useful, these 30 helpful tips and just put it out there and just challenge myself to do it. Just make sure, just do it. Let's go. Let's every day do another tip. And like I said, I'm up to day 18 right now.
Awesome. Very, very proud of you, my friend. Very proud of you.
You have to, like you said, yes, it's the self talk is great and everything, but you also have to put it into action, the plan. You have to go in and perform. It's just not going to happen. You have to go. I had to go in and make myself uncomfortable and record every day and put these tips out there and write these scripts and just produce. But it's so much fun seeing the response. It's so
Hmm.
much fun seeing the growth, seeing with each episode. You can see my confidence is growing. You can see me. The video is so it's a challenge to myself, but at the same time, it's great to see the just the simple growth in each tip. And so I've been after that I'm like, all right, so after that I'm done with the 30 days. Do I challenge myself with something different now? Do I challenge myself for another 30 days? Do I challenge myself for 60 days now? So we'll see when I start getting closer to the 30 days what I'm gonna decide. But
Yeah,
you have to set these challenges for yourself and go after them and do them.
correct, correct. Taking action. Action. There is no substitute of taking action. No substitute of hard work.
So okay, so you said you develop teachers, and or do you do this in a corporate setting, or do you work with like small business entrepreneurs, or is your goal bigger companies?
So right now, I'm still a corporate employee. I'm a vice president of a large multinational company here in Virginia. And right now, I'm helping my own team members. I'm helping the employees of my company, and my goal is to help students. Over the next 6 months, I want to collaborate with various universities, colleges, and talk about my book so that the great habits, can be inculcated early on. So that's what my goal is in the next 6 months.
So in your book, how many habits do you speak of in your book?
So I have used the word miracle as an acronym. Miracle has 8 letters, so 8 habits
Okay.
that I talk about the book, and all these habits are inside out. It's something that to do from within. And if it can be now, I don't say that all 8 habits you need to have. If you can have it, amazing. But even if you are able to inculcate few habits, that will really change the trajectory of your progress.
Okay. So you said there's eight. So is it acronym for you said for miracle?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So the M is for mind talk, the I stand for ideation, the R stands for reading, A stands for analyzation, where I'm talking about analyze yourself. The C stands for calmness. L is for listening, and here listening, I'm talking about self listening, listening to self. E is for exercise, and S is for silence.
Okay. So the silence, I do that in the morning. That's the time when I get up and I take 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to just sit down and just not think of anything. Just sit down and actually map out what the day is going to be like. So that to me what the silence reflects to me is when in the morning when I get up, just sit down, reflect on, or just map out how my day is gonna go, or like basically schedule my day at that time while I'm sitting down, just thinking about like, okay, this is what I got to go, and it's just it's not touching not touching your phone, not no laptop. This is time for you to just sit down and just prepare yourself for the day. That's at least for me.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's where I'm also going. I'm not talking, I mean, if you can meditate, amazing. Um, in our family, we have a rule at least once or twice in a week. We have a 10-minute no talking rule. And that 10 minute, you are just silence, no gadgets in hand, and just thinking, or maybe just doing a relaxation. So this silence allow you to listen to yourself. This silence allow you to meditate. This silence allow you to clear whatever negative thoughts that are coming in your mind by thinking positive about your life, thinking positive about the things that you want to do. So silence is definitely golden for me.
Yeah, yeah. Um, listening. I like that listening. And you're talking about listening to yourself.
That's correct. That's correct.
So when you're listening to yourself, how does someone listen to themselves?
So the first thing, you need to be quiet. If you're talking, you cannot listen to yourself. And when we listen to ourselves, whatever comes to our mind, our thoughts, that is what I recommend our people to jot down in a journal, because those thoughts are coming for a reason. And sometimes these inner discussion or inner dialogue can bring the best in you, because it is 98 to 99%, it is very very true, because you are not sharing with anyone else, you are just sharing with your own self. So you are very pure, you are not diplomatic, you are using all the great words to have that dialogue. So when we listen to ourselves, we get more ideas, we get more ways of doing things. And the journal those ideas down. That will allow you to take things to the next level.
Yeah, that is something. I have notepads all over. I
Hmm.
have notepads all over in case I have something. And I gotta, because you never know when you gotta jot something down, like something an idea. Me as a content creator, things just coming like, oh, this
Hmm.
might be a good idea, and just you jot it down and it's there. But yeah,
Correct,
that
correct.
is definitely something I do recommend people is have pads all over. Like have a pad next to your bed, have a pad on your desk, have a pad in the car, because you never know when you have an idea and you just want to jot something down. And don't say that, oh, I'm gonna remember it. No, because you're not gonna remember
Mhm.
it. You're
Absolutely.
not gonna remember it. Reading, R, reading. There are a lot of different like I don't like recommending books to people. I like to I do recommend books that I do read personally. So and
Mhm.
if I enjoy it and I tell them, listen, I enjoyed this book. Hopefully you can enjoy it and you can get from something from it, because not every book is for everyone. Not everyone's going to be able to
Mhm.
to resonate with every book. But it is important that you do find books that you enjoy, that inspire you, and there are so many wonderful books out there now. There's so many.
Absolutely.
Your
Absolutely.
book is an example that they can use in to help them grow. So reading is definitely important. I have my shelf here with stuff that I purchase and that I read.
Mhm.
What
Yep.
else?
Yep.
What?
So the other from the habits, I would put emphasis on analyzation.
Okay.
A lot of times we ourselves are not aware about who we are,
Okay.
and it is so important for us to know our personality, our strengths, where we need to work on, where we need to improve. And because we don't know ourselves, we are not able to give our best. um, I always believe that any job that we do, the job has a personality, the job has a responsibility. Same way, individuals like you and me, we have our own personality. When the job's personality matches with the individual's personality, that's where the magic happens. That's where those top 9%, 10% of high performers comes in. Whether it is an easy job, not so easy job, everyone can do the job, but how successfully they are doing it depends on whether the magic is happening or not.
Oh
So
yeah, of course you're gonna get someone if someone comes and they love the job that they're doing. They love what the job is, what it entails, and what they have to do at the job, and they come to work every day loving their job. They're going to be high performers, because there's
mhm,
nothing going to stop them. Like I love to sit, like I can sit here and record all day and create content and have great conversations with people, because that's what I love to do. But
mhm, absolutely, absolutely.
so when you find that passion, when you find your passion and you're able to work in that particular field that you love to do, that's even great. It's not even no longer a job now. It's something that
Correct.
now this is like you found your if you find a job that you found your purpose in, that you like, oh, this is
Mhm,
what I'm here supposed to do. This is the job I'm and not everyone gets to get gets that opportunity. But
mhm,
I'm looking at the way that things have been with social media and everything going on. There is opportunity for you to find your voice, to find your opportunity, to find yourself, because there is so many people out there that you can learn from. That you can.
absolutely.
I would have never made these connections prior to 2020, because prior to the pandemic, because now is using StreamYard, is using Zooms. They're able to have these connections with people remotely that they probably wouldn't have had prior to everything.
Mhm,
So now it's expanding more, and it's opening up more opportunities for people to get one on one training, being able to speak to coaches and hear coaches like yourself come out and talk about what techniques and what you're using to help your students advance in their careers.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the thing that I have noticed, there are two set of employees in my experience. There is a one set of employee who do a job with an employee mindset, where they come and go 9 to 5. They do things which is as per their job description. And then there is another set of employees who work with an entrepreneur mindset, growth mindset. And then for them, time is not the limit. I mean, they are more focused on making an impact. And if I have to identify these two set of people, they have a different kind of mindset. There is a fixed mindset and a growth mindset.
Mhm.
Entrepreneur individual who is working with an entrepreneur mindset, he is thinking beyond. He is not just thinking, or he or she is not thinking about that job. They're talking about themselves. Because in the initial years, if you are able to build your core system, core values, core skills, you will cherish them for life. uh, so my recommendation to our students would be, one, do internship during your 4 years of college. That will allow you to know your own strengths, know your own areas of improvement in terms of the corporate world. And once you are in the corporate world, work with an entrepreneur mindset. Don't limit yourself to the job description. Showcase your skills, because sometimes the job that you are doing, that may not be enough to showcase your skills. So you need to get associated with various teams within the organization, various clubs within the organization, where you will have an opportunity to showcase your skill. So that is what I would recommend.
Yeah, and of course you have to find the right fit for you, right? Where someplace where you know that, all right, this is where I have opportunity to showcase my skills, to 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 show that growth mindset where I'm willing to learn new things to advance. I'm learning to, like, okay, this isn't in my job description, but this is something I really truly do want to learn about. And and when you work in a situation where they offer you the opportunity to learn new skills and develop yourself and grow and you're willing to because let's be honest, a lot of people, they just want to go, like you said, they just want to come, go to 9 to 5 and come home and just collect the paycheck. And then when you do have that growth mindset where you want to learn more about the business, or you want to learn more about how you can become, how you can advance and move up, and how you can grow yourself as a person, as an employee, as an entrepreneur, however it is you want to improve on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said.
But I know you have to catch a flight. I appreciate you coming through the show. You get the part where you get to promote, let everybody know where they can find you, website, what name of the title of the book, everything.
Awesome, thank you. So the title of my book is Habits for Miracles, and four is the number four. You can log into my website, www.habitsformiracles.com. You can also search me on Amazon. Um, Buy a book, read it, and if you like it, gift it to your friend. I'm sure whoever you will gift, they will have amazing time. Uh, Buy it for yourself. This is not a book, a regular book. This book has practical exercises for you to execute things, to get the better output from you about your own self, and to discover how to live life your way. So log into habitsformiracles.com or find me on Amazon and get your copy today.
All right, everybody, you heard him. Get a copy today. Thank you, Raul. This has been great. I appreciate you being a guest. I appreciate. I know you're in a conference right now, and you got to head home. But thank you once again for giving your time and sharing your knowledge and sharing your tips. And I greatly appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having
But
me here
don't
in the
leave
show
just
today.
yet. I want to chat a little bit with you before you leave, off air. But so just me, let me close out the show, and I'll be right back.
Awesome.
All right. Uh, Thanks everyone who tuned in. Facebook user, I don't know who you are. I can't see your name in the comments. It just says Facebook user, but thank you for coming. Uh, Shout out to everybody at the BS3 Network. Shout out to everybody at Real Wise Productions. Shout out to the boss lady Fina. Shout out to the guest Rahul Shamar. Got tongue twist there. But as always, a big shout out to all the essential workers out there. God bless y'all. Be safe. You know how your boy Wise does it. Peace out.